Drug-related deaths have set a frightening new record in King County. The medical examiner says 847 people have overdosed on opioids and died so far this year.
That is the most ever, and the majority of the victims had fentanyl in their system. In Seattle, a new ordinance is supposed to help reverse this deadly trend, making it illegal to publicly possess or use drugs. But the idea is to offer treatment, not just punishment. Today, the chief of police is shedding some light on how his officers will put these rules into practice.
Fox 13's Lauren Donovan sat down for an exclusive interview with Chief Diaz. And Lauren, these new laws are murky at best, so how is the chief planning to enforce them?
So, David, the chief assured me that they're not just going to round up everyone they see smoking fentanyl on the streets, but there are certain guidelines for enforcing this new ordinance.
It really has changed the dynamics on the streets, where people are much more volatile. People are much scarier.
When you look at the new ordinance, parts of it seem contradictory. Police are allowed to arrest someone for using or possessing drugs out in public, but it also directs them to avoid an arrest and instead push people to services and treatment. So I went to Seattle Police Chief Adrian Diaz for clarification.
I think that we've allowed people to be left on the streets way too long. And I think this ordinance allows us to be able to be a lot more effective in our work.
So walk me through a day in an officer's life where maybe you could enforce this and how that would look.
And if you look at 12th and Jackson, there's a school, Summit School, that is right there where kids are literally coming in, getting off the bus, and people are smoking fentanyl. There's harm.
The chief tells me once harm is identified, the responding officer has two choices. Option one, arrest, but it's worth noting.
Might not necessarily be able to book them. The jail has a staffing issue, and they have challenges with that.
Option two, can we help them?
Is this a good candidate for services? Can we call lead?
Law enforcement assisted diversion, or LEAD, is one alternative for low-level drug offenders. It's a program that recently received $17 million.
So it really is a two-pronged approach.
The chief says officers will focus their attention on popular public spaces like schools, parks, and transit hubs. If there's a man who's smoking fentanyl in an alley, he's not near anyone, and an officer drives by and notices that, they might just carry on.
Exactly, and we're trying to be very mindful about how we go about this approach.
And this new ordinance, it's set to take effect October 20th, so we got a couple weeks to go. The chief tells me he anticipates a spike in arrests to follow soon after that, but those arrests won't necessarily translate to jail bookings. Back to you.